Hi guys, so today I just finished biceps and triceps workout, and I ran 2 kilometers. So today was an okay day, not bad. Good news for today is that I paid $100 and got into a one-step assessment with Sabio trade, and that gives me 20,000 pounds, and I have to reach a target of $22,000, $20,000 to $22,000. And once I reach that target, I will get a real funded account where I get real money and I can keep 70 or 80% of the profits if I make money in the real funded account. So this challenge has just started today. There is no time limit, except that in the weekends it does not work. So before Friday evening 4 p.m. UK time, you have to close down before Friday evening 7:30 p.m. 7:45 p.m. you have to close down your account, close down all your trades. So you can only trade between Monday to Friday, and you can't trade over the weekends. So that's one thing you have to keep in mind. And then so today I placed one trade on one of the stocks, and I lost $50, but it was not a very bad loss. You have your loss limit per day is 3%. So if I lose $400 per day, I will lose my account. I'll lose the challenge. So I have to make sure that per day I have to have a loss of less than 400, and a drawdown would be under 6%, which means that your total account should never go below 6% of the 20%. So it should always be above, maybe, you should not. If you lose 800 pounds below 20,000, that means you are gone. So I'm quite hopeful that I can win this challenge. It looks very easy because I already won half the challenge in the last free account, but the account was closed off because you can only keep it for 7 days, and then the free account closed down. So the one step challenge has no time limit, so I can keep doing that as long as I want. But Monday I will have to make sure that I look at the trade that I placed very, very carefully, and because today I placed the trade in a bit of a hurry because I was very eager to try out this new trading challenge. So I lost some money. Don't be too eager and jump into this thing. So yeah, I'm quite excited about that. And apart from that, at work I did my work pretty well. So I've got a huge task to do. It will be lasting the next 10 days, and that will start from Monday onwards. And I'm also thinking about taking my 11 days of holiday before I get kicked out of my current workplace. So I have to, what else is on? I applied for 10 more jobs today, and I got a call from a job in Oxford, and that was also pretty good salary, which is much more than what I'm earning. So I will apply for that. And so the job description is quite similar to what I have right now, with Spring Boot and Angular, and the company is called Zift Systems. So I'll look at that, and then all I need to do is provide a good CV. And then I also complained to the car mechanic about the prices that I got yesterday, and I said, why are my prices so high? Why am I charged 665, almost 700 pounds for a simple MOT and servicing. I expected less than 200, but these people charged me over 600. So I complained to them, and he said he will talk to me again tomorrow. And yeah, there's a lot of charges they have just added up. For example, the Napa balancer, what do you call that? Napa balancer, it's called, there's a balancer under the suspension balancer, uh, which costs only 15 pounds, and they have actually charged me 68 pounds for that. So when I asked them, they say it's because of the labor and the VAT and all those things. But then after adding all those things, they also added 100-pound VAT above all those things. So at least they have to take away the final total VAT, because the VAT is already part of the labor of each individual item already includes VAT and labor. So if it's 15 pounds, they already charged me 68 pounds, which is 15 plus maybe they have 50 pounds of labor, which is unbelievable. And for each one they have separately added labor, so they've charged me 50 pounds for each part extra labor. So it seems very unfair, and they've also replaced all these things without my permission, because he called me on the phone before he wanted to replace it, and he said, okay, it will only be this will be 180 and that will be 200, that's it. But then afterwards there was some extra stuff he has added, and it all has added up to 660. So I don't understand the reason he decided to add all those things. Although I have to say the car feels much better after the thing, because maybe he has like there were some loose things in the clutch, in the gear knob. The gear knob was a bit loose, so now it feels correct, tight, and the steering also feels much tighter and better. And he also put some air in the wheel. And what else? The wiper is all working fine now, and they've given some warnings for the next time, the future, like the seat has to be, no sorry, the wheel is losing its treading, and apart from that I have to, so that's about it. And I've got to also talk about the assessment. The assessment that I have to finish before for the job, for another job. So it's the codility assessment in Java or something, so I'll have to finish that assessment. Once that is done, okay, so I'll also have to do astrology. I was thinking today of making some music, so I should make my own music, maybe make my own music videos. That would be a good idea. And apart from that, I have to and so now I've started eating some chicken, so I'm feeling much better. So every day I need to eat some chicken, otherwise but the problem is I'm too fat now, like I'm 92 kgs, and I have to reduce this to 85 somehow. I don't know how it's going to happen. So that's it for today. What else can I speak about? I learned some Russian today, Russian language, learning languages again every day. Not listened to, not done any visualizations, not done any vision boards, not listened to The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. And but yes, I'm very excited about trading. Maybe I hope it's not like some gambling addiction. And yes, so that, but I've got a new strategy which I'm trying, and that's one of the main reasons I'm quite excited about it, because I'm not going to try to gamble, because every trade I place will be perfectly planned, and if there is no trade, I'm not going to place any trade and wait for another day, because there's no time limit. And I have to take my holidays before the next 3 months. And what else? Apart from that, I have to think about what I want in my life. And yes, I think the trading could be a gateway to my dreams, so I can become completely independent, start making my own money, be my own boss. But the bad news is today the stocks were going really bad, and Palantir was really down. Alibaba has gone to 68, so it looks really bad. And Facebook also went down 495. So the whole stock market is taking a huge beating. I don't know what's happening to the world situation right now. Is it because of Iran-Israel war? Because today Israel attacked Iran in some of Iran's military sites, and I also heard some ambassador of Iran in Paris got kidnapped, and then it was fixed, and then it was solved somehow. Still don't know what's the situation in Iran, in Paris. So so my prediction about this Israel-Iran war, it's not going to happen. It's just a stupid thing that the media is trying to create. Nothing's going to come of it, because Iran is I would say, has been a very stable country, and it is not like a banana republic or something. It's not some stupid country like Iraq. It's not an Arab country, so the people are more stable kind of people. They don't completely jump into stupid violence. They are smart people, and probably they are also backed up by Russia and China. So that makes the whole situation even more complicated, because the power balance is now with Russia, China, and Iran, and India is stuck here with USA, UK, and all these Western countries. So, but still, India is not really. It's a very neutral country, and even though it says it's part of US, UK, Australia group, it's not really. It's a complete waste. I mean, it's a good country. It doesn't take any sides. They can't afford to take any sides, because they have taken a lot of beatings from all different countries. Like even China tried to invade. Japan also invaded India once in the eastern part. So they are not very good at warfare. They will usually lose a war very easily. So India is actually not in a position to fight any war, and that's why it's better to just stay with the strong people. And but at the same time, it's not going to have bad relations with the Russians for the same reason. So it's something like India has become something like a non-aligned country. It has to work with diplomacy rather than warfare. Business, money is more important. So, and the downside of it is that finally we have to succumb to the capitalistic ideals of America and become capitalistic. People are now earning the same amount of money in India as in America. They're also starting to do trading, which is a very American kind of way, making millions out of trading, investing, investment banking. All these are ideas of America, and I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's definitely an addictive thing. Money is addictive. Money and greed are addictive things, and so that's the main thing about India. So that's my perspective. About Iran is a completely screwed up country because of the influence of Islam, and they never had any other choice because they always were fucked up by Islamic rulers, and they were completely screwed up by Mongolians. They were destroyed by Greek civilization. They had war with so many other civilizations. They lost to the British, so they've lost a lot of wars, and Islam has always stayed with them. And they seem to be, the stupid thing is they always seem to take to Islam like it's some kind of a magical pill. But what can you do if your country has been destroyed by Islam for so many hundreds of years? There's no way you can get rid of it. And the idea of the religion has become part of the culture, and also the people have been mixed with the Mongolians. The people are mixed with all kinds of Islamic invaders. So Iran is a very mixed pot. It's like a melting pot in the center of Asia, and even the genetic studies have shown that Iran has been like a center for migrating populations from all over the world. So even the Iranian majority population, they came from Russia or somewhere like Scythia, because even now there are some groups called Ossetians who are like near the Caucasus Mountains, and they are part of the Russian Federation. So they came from the north to the Iranian region, and then basically they stayed there. But mainly the Iranians are closely related to the Caucasians of the Caucasus Mountains and all those tribes. So they have come down from there. So in a way they are probably more closely connected to Russia, because Russia is on the border to Iran, and Russia and China are also border with each other, so they will have good connections. But India and China are not connected because they have a lot of buffer zones in the middle, like the Himalayan mountains, and a lot of small countries like Nepal, Burma. These are the countries who are getting completely screwed up because of the power struggle between India and China. So there's a lot of very bad governments in the middle, in Nepal and in Burma, and the people die in huge numbers in these countries. And there's a military government in Burma. So the cost of having these two big powerful countries is this buffer zone in between, where people are suffering like worms in the sewer. So that's the problem that's the reason India is completely separate. It has a buffer zone between it has a buffer zone with Iran, with Pakistan is a buffer zone, and Afghanistan is also a buffer zone between India and Iran, and Kashmir is a buffer zone between India, Pakistan, and all those northern, like Uzbekistan and all those countries. So India has all these buffer zones. So that's the story about India. And what else can I so that's the environment of the country today. The world today. The world is a bit fucked up, but should not affect America a lot. Americans, Canadians, they should still be able to try to reach for the stars, go to Mars, go to the moon. They're going to send, Elon Musk is sending someone to Mars soon. Not someone, but they'll be sending people to the moon, they'll be sending people to Mars. So I'm guessing that Tesla stock is going to go to at least 1,000 in the next few years. I'm really thinking whether I should start investing in Tesla stock, because Tesla will definitely be like the leader in robots, humanoids. Because right now the electric cars, maybe it's not doing so well. The business is not good, but the same was with Amazon. It was a bookshop, and from the bookshop it turned into a complete e-commerce website. So now Amazon is like thousands of times higher value than what it started out in 1990s. So it was a bookshop, and what was so interesting about a bookshop in the 1990s? I was always confused. What's this big deal about the bookshop called Amazon? What's the big deal with books? Why is everybody talking about this bookshop? And now I am actually a big fan of Amazon, because you can buy anything you want on Amazon. I have not gone to the shop for so many years because of Amazon. I bought everything on Amazon. So Amazon and Tesla are like the big bets. You cannot lose with these companies. And it would be good to find some companies which are low value, low price, and will go very, very high in the future. But I think it's not easy to predict which one, but it's right in front of you. Tesla and Amazon are right in front of you, like the big seven: Google, Tesla, and Amazon. And Apple is going to make robots, home robots, and Apple is going to make home robots, and so the big seven are actually going to dominate everything. They're dominating computers, like Microsoft is dominating computers. Phones are dominated by Apple. Google dominates search engines and everything. Google basically has everything. Amazon has the Amazon AWS cloud platform. So the only thing now is to think about what product is there which the big seven cannot provide. And Facebook has WhatsApp, Facebook has Instagram. So there's nothing these big seven are providing which someone else can compete with. So what can you compete with the big seven? There's nothing. To come up with a new product which will beat these products, beat any of the products of the big seven. It's not possible. So come up with a new product which is completely different from the mainstream, and will create a separate market, but still they're going to buy off your product. So even if you become successful, they're going to buy your product. So they will buy your whole company off, and then you will get paid. For example, Instagram was paid $1 billion to become part of Facebook, and WhatsApp was also bought for a couple of billions, I think. And so what's the next product which you can sell to these big companies? There's no way that you can create any product which will beat this. So that will be the next step. Okay, so that's a good idea. I think Tesla is a good idea. Tesla or Amazon. That's what I'm going to think. It's a good idea to buy Tesla right now, because today it's like 150, and Amazon is at 180 or something. And last year Amazon was at 123, and I was thinking about, should I buy it? And no, I bought more Google actually, and Google went to 150. Now it's 160, but slowly and surely it's going up. You cannot go wrong with Google. And Amazon will obviously go to maybe 1,000 in the future. And what can you find in the stock market which will be as good as these stocks which go up like that. You need to find a small company which is making huge ass profits. Okay, so with that I will conclude my talk and I will get back home.